Hello everyone, welcome to FedScoop TV. Greg Otto here at Dell's Digital Transformation Summit, and I'm talking with Jeff Moore, the Senior Vice President of Sterling Computers. Jeff, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So what does digital transformation look like in 2017?
So as we move out of 17 into 2018, basically it's making government more hyper-efficient, realizing that as the data wave hits all of us, that we have a way of managing all that data. Taking a look at the huge wave that's coming from the Internet of Things, or IoT, and how do we manage all that? How do we transform government and honestly industry to take advantage of the technologies that are out there, making everything much more hyper efficient?
Okay, so there are a lot of buzzwords when we talk about this digital transformation, whether it's hybrid cloud, agile development, a litany of cybersecurity terms that I could rattle off. What is one way that you think the government could revolutionize the way that they do business?
So I don't know that government could revolutionize from a technological standpoint. I think they need to modernize.
Okay.
But from a revolutionary standpoint, the biggest issue with government is we're still dealing with a ton of legacy equipment, legacy technologies, and policy and people sometimes are getting in the way of the CIOs and the actual program managers and those folks and their ability to make those changes. So I guess from our perspective, one is to get younger, not necessarily from an age perspective, but younger technology, younger think, being quicker to fail, being more receptive to new technologies that can drive some of that efficiency that we talked about forward. You need to do that faster as a consumer and a taxpayer. The quicker that they can get to success and the efficiency drives my tax spend down, which I'm thrilled with. So.
Right. So you were talking about legacy systems there with the White House Executive Order and MGT Act on the horizon. How does that impact the way that agencies are moving away from legacy data?
It begins, so MGT in particular begins to lay the foundation and the framework for these 24 CIOs to really have impactful change within their agencies. It really will highlight, I guess, some of those folks, as Congressman Hurd said, we'll find out who's doing their job or not when it's passed and enacted. But it gives them now the ability and the leverage to go into their agencies and take a look at their inventory. Where is it? What do I have? Take a look at some of those things as far as what can I modernize, how do I monetize that, and then using MGT funds to accelerate that so that they can then provide better benefits back to the consumer or their customer, which is actually all the taxpayers. So
the customer is the last part that I want to talk about with you. Digital transformation isn't just necessarily putting a paper form on a website. How do we get agencies to rethink the way that they are interacting with their constituents and providing services on the level that you see on the private sector side?
Sure. So part of that is back to what I said about getting younger. But if you take a look at companies like Zappos and things like that that are on that forefront of customer service, and I think that one of the best things that the government can do is realize that we're all their customers and their consumers. So as they begin to look at ways to interact with us, there's a huge data explosion. How do they capture that data, make it more meaningful, provide more customized analytics, data protection, things like that they need to be more probably hyper aware of because of some of the cyber challenges that you talked about. But from my perspective, the biggest thing that we can do or the government could do to become more consumer friendly is take some of those buzzwords, realize they're buzzwords, but drill down into that technology and become much more responsive to the consumer. Look at new innovative technologies that are going to drive that forward, and grab that money that is available to them through MGT. And if you're going to spend my tax dollars, please spend it wisely.
Great. Jeff, appreciate your insight. Thanks for speaking to us today.
Appreciate it.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube page. And for more on digital transformation, check out fedscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.